Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com. Now you guys probably all remember the Wii U, and you might have thought it was a bit of a failure because it didn't sell much. But the idea behind it is actually very good, because normally you would play your game on the big screen, but as soon as somebody else wants to watch TV, it's not a problem because you would just take your game down onto the gamepad and then continue playing. But there are issues with it, and they are that the screen is not very big. It's only 480p resolution, so it doesn't look great. It looks okay, but it's not brilliant. And the main issue is the range. Between the gamepad here and the console over there, it will vary on your household, but with me, once I get to about 4 meters away, it starts to cut out. Depending on the interference in your house, you might get more, you might get less. But normally, when you leave the room, it will cut out on you. So if I want to use this in a different room in the house, it doesn't work. So the range is an issue. Now, I was thinking to myself, wouldn't it be good if we had something similar on a PS4? So in this video today, I'm introducing to you the, wait for it, here it comes, the PS4 U. Took me a long time to work out that name. But if you have a look at it here, what we have is a 10.5-inch display, and it's 1080p, so it looks amazing. I've also connected up some Joy-Cons, Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, onto the side of it, so you can actually play it in handheld mode. Now the weight of it is actually okay. This monitor's pretty light, and I've just put an Anker power bank onto the back of it. I will go through the setup at the end of the video, but the whole thing comes in at 900 grams, which is not too bad. That's around £2. But this is good because it doesn't use remote play. It's using a wireless HDMI, and the company say that it's got 0 lag. Now, looking at the specs, there is 1 millisecond of lag. Also, the monitor itself has 8 milliseconds of display lag. And there's going to be a little bit of input lag on the Joy-Cons here, but it's minuscule, and it feels absolutely perfect when you play it. So, although you can do this with remote play, the problem with remote play is that there is a serious amount of lag. There is other things that you can do. You can connect, for example, a controller, set it up as a second player, and then it does help it because that controller is going back to the actual PlayStation itself. But there's still issues with resolution. Sometimes it can drop out and stuff. It's okay, but it's not perfect. This, believe it or not, does actually work really well. So first of all, let me just show you the comparison between the screen up there and this here. So if you have a look, can you see how instant it is? Now, I haven't done any slow motion tests on this, but if any of you guys want to do that, then you can put down in the comments how much lag there is on it. But to me, it feels absolutely perfect. So let me just show you a little bit of gameplay. Let's go to Horizon Zero Dawn. Now again, if you have a look, let me do a few jumps and stuff so you can see the difference. Can you see how instant it is? Right, so you can see it does work well. So I'm going to show you a bit of gameplay here, then take it up to a bedroom upstairs, show you it working there, then I'm going to show you how to set this up. Now there is a lot of reflections, it does look much better in real life. Let me just try to get it where there's no reflections. So if you look at it there, you can see how nice it looks. Now the good thing about it is this Anker power bank at the back is just a little over 46 watt hours, so you are going to get around 3 hours use out of this, which is pretty good. See how good it looks.
The snow's got a bite out here.
Right, okay, now let me show you it working upstairs. And just before we do that, I just want to show you that it is 1080p. So if I hit the menu button, you can see up the top here, it says 1920 by 1080. Right, so we're now in the bedroom upstairs, and as you can see, it's still working fine, still looks great. Right, let's go to something a little bit more fast moving. Go to Mantis Burn Racing. Now remember, you'll still be able to do online and everything because there's the console that downstairs that is actually connected to the internet. This is just a mirrored image that you're getting up here. Right, that's me in second place. I've just taken the lead. Right, let's do a boost. So again, you can see that it plays perfectly. Right, okay, let's take this back downstairs and I'm going to show you how to set this up. Okay, so we're back downstairs now and you can see that it's still working absolutely fine. And you can also do tabletop mode as well. So if you get yourself a stand, or you can build a stand into the back if you want to, and then you can put it down like so, and we can release the Joy-Cons by just hitting the little release button at the back. And then we can control it in tabletop mode. Now it will just work as one controller, you won't be able to use it as two separate controllers because it's just connected to the one adapter, which I'll show you in a minute. Right, let me show you how to set this up. So what you need obviously is you need a monitor, and then to get the Joy-Cons onto the side you're going to have to use some Joy-Con rails. I use the ones off the Joy-Con grip. And then if you have a look around the back, you need to have a power bank that's suitable of powering the monitor and also the wireless HDMI. Now the wireless HDMI is buried into the actual monitor itself. I took the back off. There's a lot of empty space in the back, so you can get lots of equipment in here if you wanted. So what I've done is I've got a dual outlet power bank, and this one is around 40, I think it's 46 watt hours. Let's have a quick look. 46.8 watt hours. So this will allow the monitor and the wireless HDMI to work for just over 3 hours, because the monitor itself is 12 watts, but it's got two 3-watt speakers in. So the monitor is only actually 6 watts, and then the speakers are 6 watts. So as long as you don't have the brightness up full and also the volume up full, then it's not going to be running anywhere near 12 watts. So I estimate that this is running at about 8 watts, and also the wireless HDMI is 5 volts at 2 amps, so that's 10 watts. Again, I don't know if it is running at the full amount, but when I put a little meter onto this, it was registering around about 15 watts. So 46 watt hours is going to be around about just over 3 hours. Right, okay, so the wireless HDMI is buried in here, so I can't show you that, but basically it is this one here. Now they're not cheap. I got the Pro version because it gives you longer distance. Now, if you don't have it buried into the actual monitor itself, obviously it's going to work much longer. So if you just want to do this on a separate TV in the house, then it's going to work a much better range than when it's all encased in the monitor. But basically it's this company here, and they do say that it is 0 lag, so watch on a HD TV with no latency. But I think I read somewhere that is 1 millisecond. So that is actually £250, so it's not cheap. Monitor was 80 something pounds, and obviously the Joy-Cons and stuff come from your Switch. Now when it comes to getting the Joy-Cons to work, you can obviously use your controller on this, but it's nice to have it all in a handheld like this. So to get your Joy-Cons to work, what you need to do is you need to have a Cronus Max, and then out of the Cronus Max you need to have a Mayflash Magic NS adapter. The problem is, if we were just to plug this straight into here, it does work, but every 9 minutes it will disconnect for just 1 second, but that's enough sometimes to throw you out of the game and then have to, you know, go back into the game because it asks you, you know, to connect up a controller. So it's not ideal, so you're going to have to put it through a USB hub, and then when you have the PlayStation controller connected up to it, then it works absolutely fine. So basically, Cronus Max sticking out here, no programming done to it, USB hub, you've got the Magic NS adapter into one of the ports, which is port 1, and then you will have your DualShock 4, your PlayStation 4 controller, connected into port 4. That will give it the security key that will allow your Joy-Cons to work forever. As long as this is connected now, it will work, so you don't have to worry about it disconnecting every few minutes. I've got it on the red mode, and then I've got the Joy-Cons synced up to that Magic NS adapter. Now, when it comes to the wireless HDMI, this is the other end of it here. So because I want the display on the TV and also on my PS4 U down here, then what you have to do is you've got the HDMI coming out of your PS4, PS4 Slim or PS4 Pro. It's going to work on anything. And then out of this, it goes into a splitter because we need to split that signal 2 ways. So normally this would just go straight into your TV, but it goes into these splitters. You can get these for £5 or £6. They're not expensive. And then from here we have 1 input and 2 outputs. So all it's doing is mirroring the picture on both of those HDMIs out. One of them's going to the TV, and that's why we've got the signal up there. The other one's going to the sender for the wireless HDMI, and this also has to be powered, and this splitter has to be powered as well. They're just USB powered, so I've just got them plugged in to the USB chargers down there to give it the supply. And that is it. So it kind of looks a little bit complicated, but it actually isn't, and all of this stuff is small and it can be tucked away. So I've pulled this out just for the purpose of the video, but normally it lives in there, and then all of this stuff is tucked away at the back. So there you go. That is the PlayStation 4 U. Tell me what you think of it. Tell me if you think it's a good idea. It does work much better than remote play, but obviously with remote play you can take it anywhere, and anywhere that you've got a Wi-Fi signal or even your mobile phone signal like a hotspot, you can use remote play. But at least when you're playing it in this setup here, you know that you're getting a true experience without any lag or anything. It works the same as you watching the TV. So let me know what you think, whether you think it's a good idea or a silly idea. Let me know if you like the PS4 U. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe for more how-to videos. Take care, bye now.